Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Light Sports Ramble. As always, my pleasure to bring the ramble to you. But I'll tell you what, I just took the weekend off, and it felt like 2 weeks since I did a ramble. I was having withdrawals on Saturday and Sunday, to the point where around the campfire at the lake on Saturday night, I almost went out, got the phone, and did a ramble around the campfire. But I figured with my buddies, adult beverages present, there was bound to be an F-bomb dropped somewhere in that conversation. But nonetheless, a great sports conversation around the campfire. And tonight's topic didn't even come from that. Tonight's topic is actually the Johnny Manziel incident that happened with the autographs and the memorabilia and the NCAA investigation. But before I get into that, got to give props to my endorsement with FWO, which is Fantasy World Order. The website is FWO365.com. I encourage you, if you're a sports fan, go check it out. If you're into fantasy and you want to join another league, it's free. Go check it out. Become a member and join a league. And I also want to give props to Dan Wetzel of Yahoo Sports. I really respect his journalism. I enjoy reading the things he writes, and I went to his article before I decided to ramble tonight about Johnny Manziel. But a little background on my stand. For those of you that don't know, I will be starting a PhD program in 2014 in sports administration. My thesis is going to be revolving around paying college athletes, who would benefit, and what are the pros and cons of it. Now, I haven't really narrowed it down, but that's the general thesis that I want to pursue. So when I saw this, I am like, I have to ramble, get my opinion in on this because it is close to my heart. Now, the bylaws are going to say that while playing football at Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel cannot personally benefit. That's the bylaws in a nutshell. They're a lot deeper than that. For those of you that haven't seen the bylaws, it is some dry reading. Being a former NCAA soccer coach, they are very detailed. They are very dry. It's not reading that I encourage, but you have to read it. But in a nutshell, athletes cannot benefit. And any of those things that happen like that, the NCAA will get the benefit or the university will get the benefit. The NCAA can sell Manziel jerseys, the university can in the bookstore, they can sell his autographed pictures, and they benefit while the student athlete gets nothing. Now I understand, yes, he's getting a full ride to play football, which means that he's getting a very hefty scholarship and a free education, and student loans are outrageous. And that is a huge benefit. I played Division III, had to pay my own way while I played college athletics. I appreciate my education. And some of these players should appreciate that also. But honestly, I don't think Manziel's going to finish out his scholarship. I don't think he's going to get his degree. He's going to go to the NFL when he feels he's ready to be drafted and get the paycheck. But yes, I understand that. And so that's one side of the fence. But the other side is, why should a star player not be able to benefit from selling his or her autograph to the public? I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem selling the autograph and getting compensated for it. Now, there is a point to this. If he would use university apparel that was given to him as part of the football team, that I would not agree with. Not while he's playing. After his playing days are done, fine, but not while he's playing. That's issued by the university. The university paid for it. he would then be benefiting from an article of clothing that he did not pay for. However, if a card company wanted Johnny Manziel to sign autographs for an hour and they were going to drop him 10 grand to do it, let him do it. Because there's going to be a little kid that comes up with a helmet and is just in awe of Johnny Manziel, and the kid gets his helmet signed. There is nothing wrong with that. Let the athletes be involved in those type of activities. I don't see anything wrong with it. Again, it's okay for the university to sell that and get the money. It's okay for the NCAA to sell it and get the money. But if Johnny Manziel goes out and signs his autograph and gets paid for it, he's going to be suspended. That is a bunch of bull crap. Now, I'm going to go back to recent history in Ohio State and the memorabilia exchanged for tattoos. Championship rings, that is their article, correct? They won those things. But it goes back to, if they're issued while you're playing, then don't do it. Now, let's go to what the law is right now, according to the NCAA. Where Johnny Manziel is wrong in this, use your head. You know what the rule is. You cannot benefit from anything, so don't do it. Don't take the money and don't do it. Is it right? Is it wrong? You know right from wrong. You're not 10 years old, and I think some 10-year-olds know right from wrong, Johnny Manziel. So were you stupid if you did do this? Yes. Do I think you were wrong for doing it? I think you were wrong because you broke the NCAA rule. Do I agree with it? No. I think you should have been able to go sign autographs and get compensated for it. But nonetheless, Johnny Manziel, use your head. You won the Heisman Trophy as a freshman, and it's like you lost 10 years of maturity. I don't know who's advising you, and I don't know what your group of friends are, but you need to get a head on your shoulders if you want to get a payday in the NFL. Grow up and do it fast. But back to my point about the NCAA, folks. I understand paying a player, just outright paying a player while he's in school. I don't agree with that. Because they are getting a free education. They are getting room and board. And they're getting to travel. And they're getting good coaching. And all of these things. So no, don't pay them while they're there. That's ridiculous. But if they have a means to sell an autograph without selling it on university-issued apparel, then let them do it. So with that said, folks, that is tonight's Red Light Sports Ramble. Again, props to Dan Wetzel, Yahoo Sports. Great article again, Dan. Love reading your work. And also my endorsement with FWO, which is Fantasy World Order. FWO365.com for all your fantasy needs. As always, people, my pleasure. I'll see you at the next Red Light.